Hey friends, it's Michelle with Garden Jargon. It is Saturday, June 19th. I am here at the Ginger Creek Garden today. I was going to shoot this video earlier when it was cooler and the sun was a little lower this morning, but we had so many things to do in the garden today that I wanted to make sure we captured those on this garden tour. So I'm doing my best to post this garden tour every Monday. So Mondays will be Ginger Creek Garden Tours, Wednesdays will be Batavia Community Garden Tours, and then Fridays will be Wilson Garden, which is mine at my house. So we're standing in this beautiful sunny day, hot as heck, and I'm going to take you through the garden and show you what we've done today. Today we had Carolyn, we had Tina, and Paula out here with us today. So ladies, thank you very much for your help. But everything is looking really good. And every time I come in this garden, we do something, I think of something else we need to do. Are any of you other growers out there doing the same thing? Like your brain constantly is going. I think that's what fuels my joy so much, is that it's a constant idea machine in my brain. Thank God we have phones so we can put notes in our phones. But I wanted to show you so far these potatoes. Look how tall they are. This whole row right here. Those are potatoes. I'm clueless as to how they're going to turn out. Literally, I think I buried that potato about 4 inches into the earth bed and then piled it with manure compost and then started layering straw on top of it. I don't know, they're like an 80 to 120 day potato. What I have read is when the potato flowers dies off and then tips over, then you wait about a week and you yank them out of the ground. So we're going to try that this year. Over here, I'm going to flip the camera around so I can show you. Down here we have some cauliflowers. I think that's cauliflowers. Yep. So cauliflowers here, cauliflowers. That's a Malabar spinach. These, I believe, are chards. Look how pretty those are. Chard here, then rainbow chard. And then we hit our broccoli. Then I have another Malabar spinach right here and another Malabar spinach right here. It looks like a little rabbit been nibbling on it. And then we plugged in some marigolds at the end of this bed. Last year, I took the seeds out of our marigolds that were out here in the garden because they were as tall as my chest. Again, that's that potato row, all looking really good. This is a potato patch as well. These were the first potatoes that I had planted. Same method, in the earth bed, covered it with mulch and then straw. These were about 2 weeks later. In here we have winter butternut squash here. I'm going to arch trellis those. Over here I have butternut squash here on the end. Sorry about my shadow. Cabbages. Okay guys, cabbages are in the brassica family along with the broccolis and the cauliflowers. I had them in cups started. I said throw them in the ground, let's watch them. This is a little bit of an educational thing. I know that these are probably not going to head up. They are planted way too close, but I wanted to see. And it's actually like a little trap crop. If things want to eat it and be buggy and turn it into lettuce and eat our broccoli and cabbage and stuff, then go for it. These are all peppers. There's so many different varieties of peppers in here. These peppers may struggle because potatoes, this bed, and this bed get a lot of shade midday from this tree. And then we get tons of heat at the end of the day from over here. So that's kind of why I put the brassicas in this area, because they do like a little bit of cooler weather. Now this trellis right here halfway down has sweet peas right here. So they're going to die off soon. They're going to be dying off here in about 2 or 3 weeks. It's getting too hot. They're already starting to wilt at the bottom. And so what we did was we got some more free plants this week from the Marie Wilkinson food pantry. So we went ahead and we planted a bunch of peppers in this side as well as on this side. You can see these little baby peppers here. Because we're going to go ahead and cut the bottom of those peas when they're petered out, and then we'll have all these peppers growing in this area. More peppers were planted in down here. There's nothing right here currently. Right here we have some nutmeg melons right here that are going to grow up over a arched trellis. This is our pepper row that's doing really well. All different varieties. I tried to keep the bell peppers together with the hot peppers in another bed. This is a whole nother row of bell peppers and hot peppers. Down here, just a little flower patch. The girls planted some zinnias in the center and in the center here, and these are daisies. Who knows if those are going to do anything. I seed started those about 2 months ago, and now we finally got them in the ground. Doesn't look like they're doing anything. This is our onion patch over here. This is not an onion. Cucumbers. I see our Armenian stripes didn't last, didn't work out. But these are all of our cucumbers. They're doing really, really well. They always take a minute. That's Monica cucumbers. Obviously, we planted them really heavy right there. But we'll thin those out. I just want to make sure that at least some took. And then down here we have some kind of something yummy. Where's the tag? No tag. Great. Oh, here it is. Yellow patty pans. So I don't even know how those grow. I don't know if they're a vining type of squash or what. But this is all sunflowers right here. You see they're already popping up. That's a beautiful variety. Right there. And they're already popping up. And then over here I have teddy bears, but they're not popping up as much. I think just a lot of people forgot to water that area because I didn't put flags. That's kind of how I do it. I take these recycled utility flags and I poke them in the ground, and that means priority watering. These are tomatoes right here. They're on a drip. Tomatoes, I mean, these are already 3 feet tall. We are going to get more of these trellises, kettle panel trellises, and T-posts, and we're going to transport them over here because nothing over there needs support. So we're going to move them. That's where we had our tomatoes last year. We're going to move them over to this side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of tomatoes that we need to put them on. Here we go. More tomatoes. I'm plugging in melons and squashes that vine in the ends here because I'm going to do our PVC arch trellises this year. If you noticed, I already hammered in our T-posts on the ends. PVC pipe goes over the top of that, and then you put your arch of your 10-foot PVC pipe in there. And then how I do that, I will make a video. Then you take welded wire fencing and you put it here, and you go up and over the entire thing. So whatever I put there, which is going to be a vining crop, will grow up and over. The reason I like to do these arch trellises with that type of vining variety is because if you have to treat it with any kind of sprays, you can spray the top with the wand over the top, and then you can get underneath the leaves underneath as well. So we might even put some more cucumbers over here because cucumbers are amazing. Same thing here. So see all of these rows here, I can put arch trellis there, arch trellis there, 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 and there, and there. And then I'm going to do the same thing over there. So an arch trellis will go there, and throughout all of these beds. So we'll have a beautiful garden with all these arch trellises. Our squash I came through today and staked them. I'm just trying to grow them a little bit more vertically because we do have them really densely planted in here. They're doing really well. I don't see any signs of pest damage right now. We are keeping diatomaceous earth down on the bottom at the base. What were we thinking? We planted a cucumber there. These are zucchini squash. I've already put diatomaceous earth down in there. This is another cucumber. I can't believe that we put cucumber in there. I thought it was a squash. And then these are all our zucchini, and those are already about 2 feet tall. Can't believe how well they're doing. My plan was to keep them under a cover, like a woven fabric type of cover. And we don't have people out here every day that can come out and hand pollinate those. So I needed to open that up to let the bees get in there. And we're just going to pray and keep the squash bugs off and keep the vine borer out of there and see what we can do. Now I'm over here in what we consider our raised beds. And let me show you how well our okra is doing. So today I brought out here some landscaping fabric, and I laid it. I pulled all these peppers out onto the sidewalk, and we laid landscaping fabric in here. You can kind of see it right here in the corner. And we have community service workers here at the church today, so they brought over 4 loads of wood chips for me. That's okra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the only reason this one is here is because I yanked it out of there to put it here. I think it got clipped by the hose because it's right on the corner, so when we yanked the hose, I think we kind of decapitated it. But I always plant 2 okra in each hole, and kind of gives us a little bit of breathing room if we need to transport one somewhere. These are all of our peppers. That is our water system. It comes from the building over there, comes here to this 4-way split. So that timer is basically set on our drip irrigation, and it goes down into the ground, and Dan had his crew feed that all the way down to our garden right there, which is amazing. So we're gonna add, obviously you see there's more room, more grow room. Now I gotta go back to my house, find more buckets, drill more holes, and figure out what else we can plant over here. I actually took about 8 suckers off those tomatoes today, and they're in my car. I'm gonna put them in water and get them revived and probably put them in some pots. Out here we have green beans, 2 rows, a walkway, 2 rows, a walkway, 2 rows. Some of these are pole green beans. We'll see how they fare. Peas, they're gonna peter out of here real soon, so I might bring back some more peppers and just plant a row of peppers back there. More peppers here, more peppers here, more peppers here, and then there are some melons here. This is all eggplant here. More melons along here that are going to grow up these nettings. That's why we put those trellises there. Over here we have thyme, and thyme. That's pretty invasive, so that's why we put it in this kind of controlled area over here. If it's going to spread, it'll be in this area. That's tomatillos, tomatillos, tomatillos. That might be a ground cherry, tomatillo. And then more okra. And I do have room here to grow some more stuff right here. And then that's okra, 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 and okra. So, that, my friends, is our garden tour for Saturday the 19th of June. I love going back and looking at my pictures from last year and seeing how much further along it was last year, how much better things are doing this year than they were last year. I just think it's amazing. I forgot to turn off this water. So thank you very much for joining me on our garden tour today. Like and subscribe to our channel, because the next time I post this video on a Monday, you'll be able to take a look at what's happened in the last week. We have some rain expected today. I think it's gonna, nope, tomorrow. It's gonna start around 3 o'clock, I think, and go through the day, which is Sunday. So I'll for sure be making a video about that, because I love to be in the rain when it's raining in the summer. It's one of my favorite things. So I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today in our garden tour here at Ginger Creek Church. And all this food is grown for the Marie Wilkinson Food Pantry in Aurora. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video next week. Take care. God bless.